What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we have forgot to turn the light on and we're beginning the second side story in Doki Doki Literature Club, and this is, I do believe, Understanding, so that should mean Yuri's joining the club now, as it is her picture. But the club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monika and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Yuri! Sayori! Monika! Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She's very conspicuously mouths to Monika.
It's her! It's the girl!
It's true, the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monika leaving her flyer on the desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club, by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is a literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement.
It's happening! Oh my gosh!
Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monika, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. But what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join the club.
Already?
Wait, really? Are you sure? I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down.
So, what's your name?
Yuri.
I'm Sayori, and this is Monika.
Sayori, I already... nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy?
Like books?
Yuri looks at Monika. Fantasy is cool. Yes. Have you heard about Annabelle de Boyne? I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. What? Why is she doing this in joy? Knuckles. I know these are knuckles, obviously, because Sonic has knuckles, and Knuckles has like 2 big spikes here. What? Pressing knuckle? Why? What? I don't think she ever did this in the main game, so I don't fucking know what this is. I've never seen anybody punch their face in excitement before. You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monika stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help.
I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great.
I'm so happy that I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you.
You should probably need... you probably only need to bring one for now.
Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself that considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the classroom in a flash, leaving Monika and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into.
I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think that it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other.
I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't that kind of seem like that?
Monika, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you?
Yes, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden.
It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead.
What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point the things out like that, Sayori.
It's just like learning what makes people happy or sad.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'll probably be a great help, Yuri. You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you should take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her.
Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides,
Sayori lowers her voice.
I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get.
She taps her fingers against the doughy, dainty, chunky book Yuri left, sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran the last part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. I would have fucking full sprinted there and back. Gonna be honest, it's like after school there's gonna be fucking no one in the hallway. I would have full fucking forced like my fucking sprint there and back, depending on how far away it was. Because if I'm excited about something, I want to make a good impression. I don't want to be gone too long, so I'd have fucking full yeeting myself down that corridor. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal to size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects.
Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think, like, if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that.
From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori, while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down and looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add.
So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club?
Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because she... Yuri glances over at Monica.
Monica!
Monica came into my classroom, put a flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens, and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got so too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that I was probably irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time.
Oh, that makes me so happy! I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come!
Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things that I am, except online. So I thought that the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that.
What kinds of other things are you into?
Like genres?
I don't know, just everything, even if it's not literature.
Oh, just things that you would think are dumb. Sue pauses, a look of concern on her face.
How about I tell you a little something about what I'm into, and then you can tell me a little something that you're into?
I suppose that would be okay.
Okay, well, I'm pretty into, crafty things. Like making cute little collages. Collages. A collage. Or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make crafts for my friends. But then I put it off till last minute. So yeah, there's some something kind of silly that I'm into.
You sound quite creative.
Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff.
So, I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature.
I love nature! Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club.
No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
I am not.
Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as Vice President of the Literature Club. There, now you're stuck with me.
Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going into the woods or to the park, just places where you can go walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove yourself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while.
When do you like to do that?
It just depends on my mood. After school, on weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't just let it slip through your fingers. I actually fucking agree with that, not gonna lie. I hate sitting here on my bed watching TikTok. I absolutely despise it, because it pisses me off, because I could be doing something else. I could be doing something more productive, like YouTube-wise, to do with my comic-wise, to be working on my animation-wise. There is always something else that I could be doing, that I could be working on, and that I could be getting done. Even if not playing a game for video, I could be like doing a Lego custom, I could be doing a comic reading, I could be doing a food review, I could be building the Lego pile that I have here and here in my backlog that I'm yet to build. And my backlog has kind of gotten quite big, to the point where I'm kind of like hesitant to start it. But sitting down watching TikTok, I don't like doing it, because I feel like I'm wasting time when I could be doing something a lot more productive. So, you know what, I agree with Sayori. If you don't sit here and just scroll through TikTok being like, oh, I don't have enough time to do this, it's the TikTok. It's the Instagram Reels. It's the Facebook. I do sit here half an hour before bed, half an hour when I wake up, scrolling. All right, that's like my morning thing to wake up, get me out of bed, get me tired, get me going to bed. So I do it. I'm not perfect, but I can't do it for more than like half an hour at a time, because I do get bored very easily of just constantly scrolling. It's not something that I can do for long periods of time. So you know what? I agree with Yuri. Yuri has a fucking fantastic point. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Fuck. Monica intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, at the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on the book, the next club meeting?
That's the plan.
I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile.
Bye! Bye!
As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Sayori, you're a lifesaver.
I didn't do anything, I just talked.
Still.
Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy.
Well, there's no doubt about that in my mind, that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting?
I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best.
I think you'll do great. After the surprise of the new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted, with something new to look forward to. Cool. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's just surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. Where Monica at?
It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay?
Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday.
Huh?
Sayori tilts her head. I tilted my head as well when I did that as well, so you know what? Me and Sayori, same brain waves, same wavelength. That's the word I was fucking looking for. Unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about.
Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. I was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so...
Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were.
Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it.
Huh? Why?
Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was really truly interested.
But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing.
I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me.
That's not what I was doing.
A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them.
Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it's just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like a club activity. That's what would be okay, right?
Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this.
I love her hair. Her hair's just so cool. She's always playing with it. It's fucking sick. I want hair like her.
You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here.
Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book.
Duskbell. Part 1. The Everlast Saga. Is Duskbell by Annabella? Sorry, I'm ready now.
Oh, right. I should probably get some paper.
Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper.
Wait, how come you need paper?
Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just taking notes.
What? I thought we were reading a book!
Notes? I mean, yeah, that's an effective strategy.
Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for some new to the genre.
Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably the best that it did.
Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible.
I trust you. You're super smart.
Oh, please.
Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and a light blush.
You cannot generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contractually, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So my eyes is everyone else who comes off as smart, especially you.
No!
She rubs shoulder against Yuri's.
You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
And you just made her shy. You fucking dumbass. You just, for fuck's sake.
Anyway, would you like to get started?
Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, the factions, the history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that is fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards.
How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do.
What kind of writing?
Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is there must be so much planning and hard work.
You're into poetry. I think that There's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs.
No way!
Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes that it's the first time that she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun.
Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready.
Okay, but I can't read very fast.
Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in.
Huh, I see.
Sayori jots Yushi is patient into her notes.
Hey, that's for the book.
I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad that you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times.
Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents.
Okay, chapter 1.
The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read, but the silence only lasts a moment before Sayori speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean?
Right, I'm not gonna open my eyes covering them because I'm pretty sure I know what vindicated means. Vindicator. That is, a character that I know from a game. No, the Vindicator. That's from Rick and Morty. I don't know why I remember that, but the Vindicator. You're the Vindicators. That is, I remember from the song, by the Pixel dude who makes songs. Break the rules, try to leave the game, you will die like King Saw. You're the Vindicators. Something like that. They go around and they basically are like the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they kill people and they protect crime. So I'm gonna say vindicated is that you come across, like, you know, the law gets put on you, if that makes, like, you get punishment for your actions, like, I'm not explaining this very well. Karma, punishment for your actions.
Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven
Bollocks! I was so fucking close. I was so fucking close. Fuck, so close. I was on the right track.
Is it okay to ask questions, right?
Of course.
Sayori turns the page.
Are these footnotes?
A lot of dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood.
Personally, I think that is terrible world building. Having, like, to map everything out to start with. The footnotes, they're fine. That's great world building. That's great extra detail that you probably can't fit into the story. But having to plan out maps, plan out a timeline, and plan out the races and the history before you even start the book, I think is terrible world building and something that you shouldn't have to do to understand a world. It should guide you through it, set up the world nicely. So the fact that they had to do that, I think, is terrible world building. Personally, just my opinion. But sure, pop off. Yuri, if you like it, you like it. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned.
Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present?
Where?
I did it in Monica's voice, so I had to fix it.
Right there.
They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having.
But they didn't tell me that.
It's implied from the context.
Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes, as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Fair. I don't blame her. I think it's cool how you can, like, make notes on a book, because it makes it engaging, But having to do all that planning before reading, I feel like, is still shit. At least Sayori reaches the end of the chapter.
I think we can stop here for now.
Okay.
Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far.
So, what are your thoughts up to this point?
Sayori tries to find words.
Am I doing well so far?
Answer a question with another question. Get out of it. Slink your way out of this.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way through that you do.
The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades.
I see.
Yuri quietly gathers her things. You know what? I think if she did that, it hurt me. I'd shit myself because I don't know what I did wrong. Gonna be honest, Chief.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
Yuri pauses and then shakes her head.
We can do something else tomorrow.
But...
I'm sorry.
Wait, sorry? For what? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you.
Yuri leaves.
You weren't making me.
Sayori is left alone with her words.
How did this happen? We were having fun just a few seconds ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back?
Drowned by guilt, Sayori stares blankly at a desk spread with notes. The book sits next to them.
Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left this book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. What? Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I am not good enough. I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her.
Oh. Oh, what? Oh no, we have part 2. I forgot. I forgot we had part 2. I shit myself. I feel really bad for Sayori. God damn it. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at the desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down.
Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything that I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment.
Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica.
Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. I'm going to leave such a bad impression on the new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first there.
Monica rounds the corner approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri? Yuri jumps to the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open.
It's not.
Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away.
Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead.
Huh? Me?
With club publicity stuff? Yeah.
Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks in the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside.
Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy to have you tag along. Me too.
Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic, she realizes, that she could be more conflict avoidant after being in the debate club.
Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer and then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones.
Yuri nods and the two set off. You just abandoned Sayori. What the fuck? You didn't even tell her that you're gonna go do something. For fuck's sake. She doesn't... You just let us sit in the club room? Oh, for fuck's sake, dog. The anger, it boils. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation.
So, how's everything been going?
Fine.
That's good.
Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stained conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it?
Ah, sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers.
Sayori told me.
What did the two of you end up doing yesterday?
Just some reading.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading that you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes into the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that.
She's not into it.
Huh?
She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought being cut. Wait, what? As though she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it.
Did something happen?
Yuri sighs.
No, it's just me.
Yuri pauses.
Huh?
I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence and Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden.
Don't be silly. I wouldn't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure that you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything.
Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club. It's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it.
Ah,
Monica pauses and thinks.
Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining the club, hopefully, anyway, and learning about their diverse needs and interests of each and every one will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with.
That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people.
Of course. I need to be looking out for everybody. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be?
I see. Rhea looks a little bit more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual... why the fuck did I say it like that? Each individual truly deserves... what the fuck? I am fucking struggling right now. Each individual truly does have their own needs.
Okay.
Yuri takes a deep breath.
I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about an arbitrary topic? I could talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for everything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. She what? Hold on, you're saying Sayori's taking pity on you?
Yuri nods.
I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me, or you don't connect with my interests, just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fists clenched.
I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So if you're unable to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always tried to cater to the other person's weird needs? Why the fuck did I hold my breath for that one? I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so... No. I think I'm starting to understand.
Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but the issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better.
Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise you that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to get good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication.
Yuri stops and shakes her head.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... it's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it.
Yuri pauses to think.
I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself.
She always pauses to think, and I can't do that because I always feel like I'm taking too long to talk. In big group situations, I'm kind of like Yuri, and that's why I feel like I connect with her character a little bit more. Because in big groups, I don't talk because I can't get a word in edgewise, and I feel like I will not be able to sort of fit in, my jokes won't land, I won't be able to talk very confidently with people about stuff. So that's why I prefer one-on-ones or like smaller groups of like 3 to 4, because then I can get more comfortable in the situation, I can get to know the people quicker, know their sort of type of humor, what they like, what they dislike, so that I can build a better conversation around that. And I basically just overthink every social situation and try and craft my response to the people I'm talking with.
I think I'm afraid of people pushing me away with that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me.
Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session, but I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping me make the club a better place for everybody. Yeah.
Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something.
That's... this kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you.
Anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze and returning a shy smile of her own. Alright, what's happening? Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the clubroom once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head.
I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will.
Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica.
You're not just gonna wait outside, are you?
I can take a walk.
Want me to go get coffee or something? Want me to go get you a coffee or something? Actually, I'd prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose there's one downside of reading here in the club rather than home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this.
Huh. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for the tea in the club room. You could use it. You could use... Wait, what? You could use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right?
Would that really be possible?
I'll look into it. I think it would be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Oh, so this is how we get the tea in the tea room. The tea in the club room. The tea in the tea room. Ah, yes. A good fucking cuppa. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Bye-bye. Enjoy. Shuffle on in there. Talk to her. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her, but it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door, and bada bing, bada boom, Sayori gets extremely excited.
Yuri! Wait, hold on. I'm not done yet.
Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon.
I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first, but I got most of the way through it. And look!
Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair.
I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard.
Stop.
Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Like the Michelangelo painting. Sculpture. Leonardo. Sculpture. Whoever made the sculpture of the thinking men.
Please stop. I can't take this.
Yuri?
Yuri's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting.
I'm sorry.
Sayori looks away in guilt.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me.
Yuri shakes her head.
No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently because I'm weird.
But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought if we did something together that you really like.
I don't want your pity.
Whoa.
Why did I do that?
Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks.
I'm sorry.
Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to just articulate your thoughts? Why'd you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can get any strength in her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind.
About to do an RKO!
It's okay.
Sayori whispers in a soothing voice.
It's okay. It's okay.
Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself.
I understand. I understand that your feeling in your head are different from the things that you're trying to say. I know that you must be what you're feeling right now. I promise, I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings. We can talk about them together, okay?
Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice.
I think that it's gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like everyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone could actually like me for who I am.
Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue.
I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought I would finally be my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all because it's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all.
Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well.
Thank you. Thank you for helping me understand you a little better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need too.
But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes.
That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid that you'd get frustrated with me.
But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience.
Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right?
Irrational fears.
Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me, because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise it's true. You don't have to be a social person for me to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know, worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird in this literature club. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part of that. We're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me.
Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the cares of Sayori's arms.
Your hair is so pretty.
I said that shit!
I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off.
Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worried so much about saying the right thing. Sayori senses Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people, but if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. No, that's really sweet. Is Monica back?
Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading.
That's what I wanted to hear.
But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended.
Of course! I'm not gonna judge anything that's this early on, though, so we just gotta see what happens.
Oh, and all of this notes that you took, you're fucking wrong. It's not good to touch people without their consent first.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I feel like Sayori did the right thing, though. She was crying on the floor. I feel like a hug would have, like... Would... To be fair, I feel like a hug was needed in that situation.
I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, you did it. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm back!
Monica's back. Why the fuck do I sound like that? Monica's back. I haven't seen you, like, at all recently.
She trots over to Monica. She whispers loudly.
Can I hug you?
Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monica. The fuck was that?
Ah. Oh yeah, Yuri. It might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster.
Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster.
Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles.
Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club. How about that? Well, you've been so patient with me exploring my interests, so I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about all the things that you like.
Yes! Do you like poetry?
Yuri smiles. Oh, that was really sweet. That was a really good little ending. I really liked that. We should have unlocked new pictures though for that one. Oh yeah, we got a new picture for Yuri here. We got these two last time, which I didn't look at, which are different from like the original pictures. But we got this one and then this one. Oh, it's her sticky notes. She's done the cool S thing. You are loved, wake up early, get organized, we're in this together. Angry. That's sick. Math thing, study for quiz, pack snacks. How is that homework? Types of poems to try. A haiku, a sonnet. An acoustic? Beach packing list. Swimsuit, sunscreen, bucket, towel, floaties. Don't forget. Ask Monica about this. What? Silly, awesome, yawny, optimistic, really fun. I can't think of another word. Shopping list. Milk, eggs, sticky notes. Trust yourself. You can do it. Cute. Balance. You know what? That's pretty cool. I don't get how she drew Natsuki if Natsuki wasn't there. However, trash baskets. Natsuki's an absolute fucking legend at that, not gonna lie. Snail, bee, cow, duck. All those are really cool. And then here's all the fucking poems again. And then we got a new one, which is the like main scenes. So there is a couple that I'm missing. There's one where Natsuki's putting books in the shelf. There's one where you're sort of pinning Natsuki down by the looks of it, and I think you get that one from the bakery thing. There's another one with Sayori cutting stuff up for the decorations, I do believe, or the flyers or whatever. And I assume that's the one where we got this one, where it would be the baking and the Sayori options. So I might go back and choose them two options in the series because they unlock new side stories because I've done all of these now. So I do have to go back and do the game. So we'll do that in a different video. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this one. I'll see you all next one. Hope you all have an excellent day. And goodbye. Stay home and stay safe.